Welcome back. Now that our content is ready, let's personalize it and give it some styling. We begin by enabling the general visual settings so that we can access all the options. In the Typography Styling tab, we can set a base typography font as well as a base weight, its size. We can set the font color, the link color, hover color, as well as options for the underline. Of course, we can also change all of the headings. Now, there's plenty of options here, and we'll go through them in a second as we customize. But let's quickly see our changes. Here we go. So the font for the heading has been changed. Let's do the same for the rest of the headings, and make sure we're starting to work towards a more unitary look, and change the colors as well. So let me speed that up a little bit. Here we go. And obviously we can also change the paragraph fonts as well. So there's quite a bit of flexibility in there. Here we go. So we changed all of those headings. You see that applied. That's starting to look nicer now. So I think we're ready to move on to our nav buttons. Obviously, this triggers the navigation, so let's first make sure that we select the same font, and then we can select navigation button style. We can even remove the whole background, or we can make it rounded and set the corner roundness amount. But let's leave it on circle and start changing some of our colors. As you might have noticed, we're also going to be able to change our button hover styling as well as selected styling. So we're going to do that in order to obtain a nicer effect and sort of improve the user experience real quick. So we can control the icon color, text color, border color, and background color. Apologies for that, as well as the border stroke. So we can select a border stroke size as well as a border stroke style, so we can even make it dashed if we wanted to, for instance, which is pretty cool. So now that we're done with that, we'll also customize the icon buttons, which are used in the footer navigation as well as the icon menu shortcode. Over here we also notice quite a few color settings as well as a border setting, and we can change the style of these buttons as well. Now, we don't have a selected style for this. There was no need. So let's check out our changes. Here we go. All right, so now we made the buttons blue, and we no longer have that outline. Let's fine-tune this a little bit, and let's see what we can obtain. Here we go. So let's just make it blue all the time. So it sort of offsets the navigation a tiny little bit vertically. All right, so now we can finish with that and just customize the content buttons. These are all the buttons that appear in the content, well, pretty obviously. But they're used in all the forms. So let's say the subscribe form as well as the contact form, and your settings might be familiar from the rest of the navigation. They're split between a regular and a hover state. So here are our changes. Our buttons look pretty sharp. That's nice. So now we can sort of finalize the general styling by changing the look of our contact forms. Now, we can change the typography for both the fields as well as notification. For the three states, which are normal, hover, as well as active, which is when people are typing in their info, we have separate settings and colors for the stroke, background, and also the actual form text color. Now, we can conclude the general styling. I think we can move on to block styling and finalize our design. See you then.